A woman is happily on the phone with her husband. It is her birthday, and he is at home preparing a special celebration. He tells her he has even opened a bottle of 1982 Lafite, just waiting for her to get back. But her joyful drive home is brutally interrupted. The car smashes into a barrier, and she is thrown forward by the impact. Barely conscious, she manages to whisper into the phone, telling her husband she has been in a car crash. But he is not alone. At their dinner table sits another woman, her supposed best friend. While the wife lies bleeding in her car, her husband and best friend are calmly pouring wine. Now that she is dead, they gloat. All the company's assets will belong to them. The friend calls her a fool, certain she never suspected they would tamper with her car. They toast to their success. The woman awakens with a jolt, not in the wreckage of her car, but leaning against a cold gravestone. Confused, she looks around. She reads the name on the tombstone. It is her own. She is in disbelief. She knows she isn't dead. A security guard rushes over, demanding to know how she got into the private cemetery. She thinks her husband must be there to visit her grave, perhaps with their daughter. But the guard scoffs. He tells her that since the wife died 15 years ago, many women have tried to get the husband's attention. 15 years, the number echoes in her mind, a gap in time she can't explain. She sees her husband in the distance, walking with flowers, and calls out to him, but the guard drags her away. The guard tells her to leave. The husband is only interested in his deceased wife and his current one. His current wife. He is remarried. A wave of dread washes over her. What happened to their daughter? She is handed a flyer. It is a missing person notice for her daughter, who vanished 15 years ago. The flyer also announces a memorial for her, hosted by her husband. She feels a surge of rage. Her daughter has been missing for 15 years. What has he been doing all this time? She needs to know where her daughter is. He owes her an explanation. At the memorial, the husband delivers a sorrowful speech. He talks about his wife's tragic death and his daughter's disappearance. He paints himself as a grieving victim, claiming he only holds on to find his daughter and protect the company his wife left behind. Then, her former best friend, now his new wife, joins him on stage. She comforts him, saying the dead wife would want him to live well. She even claims it was the woman's dying wish for them to take care of each other. The woman remembers her desperate call after the crash. She asks herself why her husband hung up and why her best friend is with him now. The husband then announces that his new wife is pregnant, and in a final, sickening twist, he says they will name the child Nian Yin to commemorate his deceased wife. The crowd praises his deep love, but the woman is filled with revulsion. It is utterly disgusting. A young man approaches. He is from an orphanage she used to support. He recognizes her. He tells her he is back to help her get revenge. For years, he has been trying to find evidence against the husband. He points out that the husband married the best friend and took control of the company right after she died. He is sure the man is guilty. But her priority is not revenge. She must find out what happened to her daughter and take back her company. To do this, the ally gives her a new life. After surgery to remove any identifying marks, she will become someone else. With a new name and a fabricated past, she will have a completely different identity. She goes to her old company for a job interview. Her husband is there. He sees her and is stunned by the resemblance. He grabs her arm, calling her by his dead wife's name. She tells him he has the wrong person. He doesn't believe her. He says he could never forget her after all their years together, and reaches for a mole on her neck. She flinches away, telling him to be respectful. An assistant interrupts, introducing her as the new interviewee. During the interview, he grills her. Why did she choose to work here? She calmly explains it is one of the top companies in the country. He presses her about her past, her major, and why she came back from the US. She sticks to her cover story about family debt and a fiancé. Then, she turns the tables, boldly telling him that part of the reason she is here is him. He is her idol. She calls him the dream man of every woman, including herself. She playfully warns him that he is like a Ferrari, exciting, but dangerous and prone to causing crashes. He then tests her knowledge, asking about a specific professor and a cake shop near her supposed university. She answers perfectly. He offers her a slice of pistachio cake, a flavor he knows his real wife was deathly allergic to. She takes a bite, praising how delicious it is. Internally, she is relieved she took anti-allergy medicine beforehand. He seems to accept that he was mistaken, but she knows he is not fully convinced. As she leaves, he watches from the window. He sees her get into a car with her ally, who is posing as her fiancé. He recognizes the man from a recent banquet. This woman is more complicated than she appears. Later, he calls and offers her the job, inviting her to his home to discuss it. At the house, she notices it has been redecorated. He claims a feng shui master advised it after a series of misfortunes. She scoffs internally. No amount of redecorating can fix a rotten heart. Suddenly, his new wife appears. Seeing the woman's face, she screams, thinking it is a ghost come back for revenge. The husband introduces her as his new secretary. The woman realizes her former best friend was also part of the plot. The new wife examines her hands, noting a callus on the finger. She says the dead wife had one from reading. The woman coolly makes a gun shape with her hand, claiming the callus is from shooting practice. To create a diversion, she accidentally spills water on herself, and asks to use a room upstairs to change. Upstairs, she instinctively walks towards her daughter's old room. The husband follows, his suspicion piqued. He blocks her way, telling her the room has been locked since his daughter disappeared. He closes in, telling her how uncanny the resemblance is, and how strange it is that she chose this specific room. Just as he is about to expose her, a maid calls him downstairs. His wife is faking a stomachache. He warns the maid not to let her wander into the wrong room. Once alone, she sees that the balcony connecting the rooms is still there. She climbs across and enters the locked room. Inside, she finds a hidden compartment behind a loose brick in the wall. Her hands tremble as she opens it. Inside is a small memorial tablet and an urn. It is her daughter's ashes. She also finds a small wooden bead bracelet, a family heirloom. She remembers giving it to her baby girl, wishing her a lifetime of peace and safety. The truth hits her like a physical blow. Her daughter is dead. She collapses, overcome with a grief so profound it steals her breath. Her sorrow quickly hardens into a cold, terrifying resolve. She will make the two monsters who did this kneel before her daughter's memory. She vows to make them suffer a fate worse than death. Downstairs, the husband learns she is not in the guest room. He goes to the daughter's room, suspecting someone broke in. His wife complains about him bringing the strange woman home. He assures her the woman's background is clean. They barge into the guest room, finding the woman just finishing changing. The wife immediately accuses her of trying to seduce her husband. She then accuses her of being a thief, ordering the maids to search all the rooms upstairs. The husband looks at her, a flicker of suspicion in his eyes. Just as he is about to speak, a maid runs in. Panicked, she cries that in the child's room, the memorial tablet has been shattered, and the wooden bead bracelet is gone.